I am Amelia Matus from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I will be sharing 3 poems. The first one is called Zebra. He loves in shades of bongo, shapes of beat, rhyme-ridden, rhythm hidden, hand-hovered, half-tapped, hesitant, deliberate, windows so curious, a tiny bit of this and a whole lot of that. Dim-lit alley, skinny dip, dash. Horoscope scooping ladles of wished-on stars, we are clear as the mud in our palms after dawn. My lover rises horizontal from our makeshift and unmade bed, creases scattering to shape our faces Picasso style, while we wrestle and stomp with so many dreams. He is haphazard, wholly a different vibe of zebra. This piece is entitled Everyday Jesus. He had more than a few things in common with the Messiah. He was born to a mother impregnated by circumstance, and though she had partaken in the moving, her privacy was a virgin to love, and it was not married to anyone, but everyone. Like the one, he did not have a solid father, but he did have many stand-ins. Lots of males he could imagine would lead him for the month or 2 they stayed around. He was born into poverty atop piles of straw-shredded child support checks, not worth being cashed, for they were but dust of court-ordered intentions, till the thought of them made softer the sleeping. There were many stars that shined the night of his birth, but they were hard to see amidst the city lights, and all each felt impotent as a weather forecast when wished upon. You could follow them straight to heaven or hell, depending which street you turned on, and each one of them were fallen. The boy was born a believer. It was passed down through the bloodlines. Each uncle, aunt, and grandfather had such faith it was almost furious. Prayers weaved to his tongue before the nipple pushed purple and insistent past his pink infant lips. He was the best fed of his siblings. He had 3 brothers and 1 sister that he knew of, and too many cousins to count. The boy spun miracles out of the ordinary. Miracle, his eyes were so bright, and eyelashes so long, when the sights to see were dismal, and not worthy of song, but they sang praise anyway, loud and in language his neighbors could not interpret. Many celebrated his birthdays, brought gifts as playful as thick incense smoke. Tales they told with trouble and the yearning. Leftover toys from discount stores, $1 for a half-broke puzzle that would bring 1,000 sighs. His mother would smile each time the child spoke. He was softer than his brothers, would lay longer on her weary lap as she picked lint and mischief from his curls, smoothing down the worried wrinkles of his brow. She worshipped her prized young one, battling the curses that followed him everywhere he did go. By 13, his friends betrayed themselves, became soldiers of thug talk and muggings, One bled to death on his doorstep. He did not turn water to wine or heal anyone that time, but rather blood pooled to raindrops, sirens disturbing some woman's wailing, while his mother broke bread to feed many, mouths open, stuffed them shut to stifle their screams, as the hungry share secrets, and they weren't supposed to share these things. Writings were inspired by him. Though he did not know the authors, nor they him, he would be compared to an empty swing set, a flat bike tire, a leaky faucet, a baby bird. He carries his cross bravely. His mother stitched it to him while womb struck, shined it and walked to the bus stop. It began to burn his back, but removal was not an option. It grew as he grew, keeping his veins properly clipped. He is crucified daily by the teachers who pass him when he can't yet read, and the politicians who use his picture to win elections, and by the store clerks convinced he is stealing, and the women's tighter held purses, and the whoopings to harden him for Tuesdays, and the poets who imagine his sufferings for book ideas, and the pains of hunger in his belly that stab out premeditation, and the prison system that will welcome him, and the teaching that each white face hates him until he can no longer bear to love. So each morning little child resurrects, shaking off boulders and non-believers, holding tight verses of Baldwin and Maya Angelou that he cannot read but memorize from his mother's lips. Each night, and if I die before I wake, and each morning that he does not. Easter. And my final piece is called Namesake, in honor of the secrets we tell. She no longer tries to convince herself that this is wedded bliss. No longer hides bruises with pancake foundation. She will not lie to herself or hide from him the bruises. At 19, her mother told her she was lucky to catch this man. Now, 12 years into her prize, mother rarely calls, too busy living the unlucky divorce life on a fancy Florida beach. She cooks, makes sure the steak is rare to his liking, counting as he stabs the meat with cutting knife how many times she has stood by his bedside, grilling it sharp enough to slay sleeping dragon, woken, interrupted to pass salt. He never apologizes, doesn't bring flowers like those in daytime dramas, no. Instead, he stares at the mess and she cleans it up, picks up shards of broken spirit spilt like toothpaste in the sink. She would never leave, the world not enough big. Even in dreams, she wears her apron tight. Yet some solace her fingers find daily, as numbly she breaks open secret stash of birth control pills. There will be no sons to carry on his namesake. Thank you.